Hey, hey, greetings, my dear, beautiful family, my brothers and sisters. How are you? I pray that you are doing beautiful and are wonderfully, perfectly blessed. I've been missing in action for about several months now. And for that, forgive me. I have just been on an incredible journey, very positive, very wonderful. But Father put in my spirit actually about a week ago, maybe a little bit better, to be honest with you, to put out another video, to start recording videos again, because I know that several of you have gotten in touch with me to find out, if I'm okay, if everything's going all right. And I am just wonderfully well, going through the different things that I think all of us throughout the world are going through, but it's all good because Father definitely has had me and also my daughter, my friends around me. So I have nothing but praise and thanks to give to him, but it's good to be before you again. Like I said, it's been a long time, and before I get started with the updates and what I'd really like to share with you in this first video, Getting Back, I'd like for you to take that time to subscribe. And I thank all of my new subscribers because I've been continuously getting new subscribers, even though I haven't been putting out videos. And I thank all of you. I welcome all of you to the family. Thank you so much for your support. Also, don't forget to like this video, as everyone says, and I'm going to say it too. Liking doesn't cost you a thing. Definitely push this video up in the algorithm because I am going to start posting regularly again. I'm really busy, but I am going to start posting regularly again because I miss you guys. I really do. I definitely miss you. Definitely leave a comment in this video. Leave a comment. I always love to hear your comments. I love to get your emails, which I do get a lot of. And I thank all of you who have continued to keep in touch with me. I really appreciate it. And then what was the next thing you need to do? Hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you will know when I do post a video. So again, I just welcome you guys back, and I'm asking you to welcome me back with the love that you've always given to me. So much has been going on. I think that just keeping an eye on everything that's going on in our world, in the world, and how it's affecting different areas is actually really interesting. So that's what I really wanted to get on and tell you about. Here in Ghana, we're doing fine. I want to give a big shout out to Charma. Charma, I know you have sent me probably about 3 emails, and please forgive me for not getting back in touch with you. Don't charge my heart for this. I just have been so busy with so many different things until I'll have it on my mind. And I think some of you might be able to relate to this. I'll have it on my mind, and if I don't stop at that particular time and do it, something else will come. And we've been moving, forward so beautifully with Diaspora Headquarters, which is the coalition that I started. I talked about it in one of my previous videos. And I'm going to really give you an update on that too, because I'm just loving the progress that we're making with Diaspora Headquarters. But Charma, please, sweetheart, please forgive me for not getting back to you, because you have been checking just to make sure that everything is going fine. And everything is fine. Everything is fine. I think that some people might feel that here in Ghana, that with the economy being the way that it is, that, some of us are, we're really suffering or whatever. And that, to be honest with you, is not the case. When you are and this is through this whole period that we're in, no matter where we're located, if you are in the Most High and you are following what he's telling you to do and you're obeying what he's telling you to do, he's going to look after you. It doesn't really matter what the economy is doing, to be honest with you. It really, really doesn't, because we're moving right along and we're, progressing. Yeah, Ghana's economy is a little interesting right now. I'm not going to, lie or try to candy coat, because those of you who have been with me since the beginning, I don't candy coat anything. So I'm not going to candy coat it. Yes, the economy Ghana is darn near bankrupt. But if you look at the economies around the world, Ghana is in good company. It really, really is. I know the other day, I looked at the national debt, even in the States. The national debt is at $33 trillion over that. And I mean, if you're a person that keeps up with economics and that type of thing, I don't even see how the States is even financially staying afloat, and it actually isn't. It's coming to a collapse itself. So we can't just kind of look at one area and say, okay, well, they're in financial trouble or whatever the case may be. But I mean, you got to look at all over the place. I have a Ghanaian son here that has a friend that she's Ghanaian as well, and she has moved to the UK and for a little while, and she's, talking about the economy. And UK is not what people think it is. It's just really difficult, to make it. But again, I will reiterate what I just got finished saying. When you are in Father, because of the times, and I always talk about that, the times that we're in, if we're in Father, then it's kind of a little bit different, because he's going to make sure that you get what it is that you need. And I'm a testimony of that. Things can get a little weird. In the time that I wasn't recording, financially, things got a little weird for Nigeria and myself. But I can honestly tell you that Father opened up an amazing opportunity in terms of Nigeria getting a job that, is paying her pretty decent. And so that's keeping us, okay? That's keeping us. Do we have to do without food? Oh, absolutely no. Do we have the extras that we need? Absolutely yes. Do we, our place is air conditioned. I have it going. I hope you guys don't hear the motor, but you know me, I'm in the flower of my youth. I get hot, but I have to keep it on. But do we have to scrimp on that? No, we don't. When I'm hot, I turn it on and leave it on for however long I need to leave it on. Is there petrol or gas, as we say? I'm kind of getting used to petrol, saying that here in Ghana, but gas, is there fuel in the car? Absolutely. I have to get my car repaired. Is there money to get it repaired? Yeah. So we're fine. We're absolutely fine. But am I going to make it seem like that, Ghana, the street? Okay, I'm sorry. My phone turned off. I got a notification and it just shut it off. But what I was saying was, if I'm not going to make it seem like, the streets are paved with gold here in Ghana, and no, because that's very far from the truth, and I'm going to tell the truth. But in the times that we're in, am I afraid for what's, going on? Absolutely not, because I have no reason to be afraid. So, all I need to do is pay attention to the signs that Father has given to us in his book and prepare for those times. And we are preparing. We are definitely doing our preparation here. And am I glad that I left the States? Oh my goodness, yes. I really, really am. I'm so happy that we left. But I do understand, per the word, that we're pilgrims, in these last days. So Ghana, I think I put this in another one of my videos. Will I be staying in Ghana? No. For right now, I will be staying until Father says, okay, it's time to go to another location. Then I will do that. And I know that he will make the provisions as he did when I came here for me to do just that. But in the meantime, Father has us preparing, okay, for what is going on. So I definitely want to let everyone know that, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I couldn't be more grateful or thankful to Father for everything that he's doing, everything that he is preparing and getting ready to do for us, because I'm in great expectations. So I know that things are going to move, or going to continue to move. So I also received a couple, 3 emails asking me about this. What is this new movie, Leave the World Behind? And what my feeling was on that, which I'm not going to get into that heavily, because I think that so many people have reported on, Leave the World Behind, and there are some messages in that movie. But I am going to tell you this, and some of you may agree with it, some of you may not, and that's fine. But I'm noticing that that's dominating social media now. And whenever there's something that dominates social media, or is kind of the buzz or the talk, I always look behind that and see what is it that you guys are doing. Okay, what is it that the cabal or the elites or that secret cabal doing, in the background, while we are paying attention to something else, because that's how they move. That's how they work. That's their playbook. Okay. And they've never had to change it because it works. Yes, there are things that we need to pay attention to in that movie. I know that the Obamas, produced the movie or whatever the case may be, which, that's fine. But, I do, understand that he is part of that elite group, and things do not release unless that cabal says, okay, release it. So, but again, we're talking about lesser magic, so which means they have to inform us of different things, and especially in the States, Things are getting ready to get interesting. We're getting, they've already gotten interesting, but they're getting ready to ramp things up. We're going into 2024. At one of our Diaspora HQ meetings, this was maybe about, I don't know, this might have been about 5 months ago or something like that. And I was telling the members, because DHQ is really growing, I was telling the members that, we have to be prepared for the influx of our people coming to the continent, namely Ghana, because we're here, because Ghana is a gateway country. It absolutely is. So we have to prepare ourselves as an organization or as a coalition to receive our brothers and sisters, to help to provide that soft landing for them. And we've been doing that because we've had many people coming into Ghana, and I thank the Most High for each and every one of them. They've reached out to me, they reached out to DHQ, and our goal is to really be there, to be that support system for our brothers and sisters that are coming out. But at this meeting, back to the meeting, at this meeting, I did tell our members that between the time of that meeting, and it might have been about 6 months ago, actually, the time of that meeting and 2025, we are going to get a huge influx of our brothers and sisters coming into Ghana. So we need to be prepared to be that support that they need to provide that soft landing. But I know I would tell, I've been telling my friends, I've been telling my family that 2024 is not going to be a joke. Okay, and 2025 is going to be worse. And then after that, it's just going to be just off the chain. So, a friend of mine, one of the sisters that is involved in DHQ, she sent me a video of I don't know if he's a prophet or whatever, but she sent me the video and I did listen to it, and it was something. And let me preface what I'm going to say with this. I'm not really big on prophecy. Okay. Yes, it's real. Yes, there are people that have prophetic gifts, and I was in the Pentecostal church. I was a pastor. Okay. So it's not that I don't know that the gift of prophecy does exist. But it's been so, to me, lack of a better word, it's been so bastardized until, people are prophesying and doing all this stuff, until I've just kind of gotten to the point where my guard is up. It's automatically up. But when I listened to this young man, there were some things that he said that was confirmed with things that Father had told me and put in my spirit. Because I was talking to one of our sisters in DHQ, but let me say, DHQ is not a religious organization. It is Diaspora Headquarters. It's for diasporans, it's for that community to be able to, move and build and unify. The 2024 is going to be a very interesting year. It's going to be very turbulent. Okay, it's going to be very turbulent. Excuse me. There are going to be a lot of deaths. There's going to be a lot of unrest. There's going to be a great change that's going to take place, especially in Western countries. And he said that, and I was like, this is so what Father had already told me years ago, that, things are going to get really interesting in the West. Things are going to get interesting throughout the world. So do not get me wrong. But it's because of what the West signifies and what the West is and what it is spiritually. And, we as his children, especially those of us who know who we are, and if Father, I've always said this in my videos, if Father has spoken to you about coming out of the West in particular, you need to listen. You need to listen. I'm coming with the same message because this is the same thing that Father keeps putting in my spirit. You need to listen, and not because things are changing. Things are changing. Last time I talked, I did a video. We weren't talking about what was going on in the Middle East or what was going on in Israel. I told my very, very best friend in the States, probably about 10 years ago. It was long before we left the States, 10 and maybe even been 11 or 12 years ago. I told her, If you hear about unrest in the Middle East, in particular between Israel and Iran, if you have those two key players, you need to listen. You need to get your passport, and you need to listen to the Spirit, because that is the beginning. That's the catalyst to something much bigger that's going to come. And quite honestly, she heard me. Is that what you're saying? You heard, but you didn't listen, or whatever, whichever way it goes. And because she was like, I hear what you're saying. She still doesn't have her passport. And all you can do, and this, I'm speaking to some of you who have spoken to your families or whatever the case may be about, everything that's happening and getting ready to happen. If they don't listen, they don't listen. There's not a lot you can do about that except pray for them. That Father will open up their eyes before it's too late, where they can't leave. Because I know some people call this flea doctrine. No, it's not. Not if it's in the Word.
Isaiah 48:20. Go ye forth of Babylon, flee ye from the Chaldeans with a voice of singing, declare ye. Tell this, utter it even to the end of the earth. Say ye, the Lord hath redeemed his servant Jacob. Jeremiah 51:44-45. And I will punish Bel of Babylon, and I will bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up, and the nations shall not flow together any more unto him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. Zechariah 2:6-9. Ho, ho, come forth, and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwell within the daughter of Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me into the nations which spoiled you. For he that touches you toucheth the apple of my eye. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. And Revelations 18:1-4. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage for every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. One more time, I'm going to read 4 one more time. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
The word tells us, and I'm going right back to Revelations 18, the United States is not in a good position. Okay, is not in a good position. I'm going to say that again, because Father has put them in that position. Father has put Israel in that position. Well, I'm going to stop calling it Israel because that's not the Holy Land over there anyway. So I know some people feel that it is, and if you feel that it is, that's fine. You know, because I'm this type of person. You don't have to believe what I believe. That doesn't really matter to me. I just know what I know because the word tells us.
Jeremiah 9 and 11. I will make Jerusalem a heap of ruins, a haunt and a dwelling place of jackals, and I will make the cities of Judah a desolation without inhabitants. Ezekiel 33 and 28. I will make the land a desolate waste, and the pride of her strength will come to an end. The mountains of Israel will become desolate, so that no one will pass through. Isaiah 34 and 13. Her towers will be overgrown with thorns, her fortresses with thistles and briars. She will become a haunt for jackals and an abode for ostriches. Jeremiah 10 and 22. Listen, the sound of the report is coming, a great commotion from the land to the north. The cities of Judah will be made a desolate, a haunt for jackals.
Now, I can get into teaching on this a little bit further, and I think I will. But I'm basically going on what the word is saying, the conditions of the Holy Land in the end days. And even with jackals, when you do your research about where jackals in the area that they inhabit, it's basically Africa, in Central and Southern Africa. So we'll get into that a little bit deeper in talking about that, but I think a lot of people are coming into the realization that Holy Land there is, that they're saying is the Holy Land, is absolutely not the Holy Land. You know, when I went to Egypt, they had a tour of Mount Sinai. We didn't go on it because I knew better, but they said that Mount Sinai was actually a mountain that was up, I think it was above some sort of Catholic monastery in Egypt. It was up in the mountains above that monastery, and that is what they're saying Mount Sinai is, which is absolutely ridiculous. You know, so they lie, you know, but again, you know, if people want to believe that is the Holy Land over there, okay, you know, I don't have a problem with it. I really, really don't. You know, and maybe something will happen to prove me wrong. Because, see, I'm not proud like that, you know, to prove me wrong. But I'm going by scripture as well. And I'm going by the conditions and what the Holy Land will look like, what Jerusalem will look like, what Israel will look like in these end times. And when you do a little bit more research, you know, some people think it's like close to, I think, Ethiopia. Then some people feel that it's in the southern region of the continent, which probably would encompass South Africa, Namibia, Botswana. Okay, you know, I think I can maybe see that. You know, when you look at the conditions there. And one thing I would really like to do, and I'm praying that Father will bless me so I can do it, is I want to travel to that area and I want to see for myself, you know, because some people say the Holy Land is around the Kalahari Desert, and jackals live in the Kalahari Desert. And so, you know, we'll just kind of, at the end of the day, this is where I look at all of it. At the end of the day, Father will set it straight, okay? He will set it straight. But the bottom line to all of this is that we need to come back to Father. We need to come back to Father. I don't care if the whole world is crumbling around me. I don't have to really worry about that. Not that I'm saying that, you know, something could happen that could take my life. I'm still not worried about that. You know, all my biggest concern is coming back to Father and being in worship with him and being obedient to him. And, you know, am I perfect? No, not at all. You know, I have my areas where I need work as well. But I ask Father to illuminate those areas that are hidden, you know, deep in my heart, deep in my, you know, in my spirit, where they're kind of hidden a little bit. I need him to bring it up because I want to see it. I want it to be illuminated so I will know what is not of him, because I don't want to displease him. So I think for me, that is the biggest thing. You know, it's not about being judgmental or anything like that, you know, because, you know, we draw others through love and kindness. That's scripture, you know, and that's important to do, you know, so, and not let any type of, you know, pride or anything like that get in the way. And sometimes that happens to us. I mean, sometimes it happens to me. I struggle with the spirit of pride because it's generational in my family, but I fight that spirit. I fight that spirit all the time. And when it rears its ugly head, I will absolutely fight that spirit, because I know that it's something that tries to come up, and I know what Father feels about that spirit. I know what scripture tells me about that spirit. So I have that stuff, that mess I got to turn away from, you know. So and time is speeding up. I can't believe we're at the end of 2023. And before I know it, we'll be at the end of 2024, you know, but I am looking for Father to show up for his people in 2024. You're going to either be on this side of the coin or you're going to be on this side of the coin. You know, it's important, like I said before, not to let fear, because Father did not give us the spirit of fear. Word tells us power, love, sound mind. That's what we have. Or that's what we should have. And not the spirit of fear. Not the spirit of fear. In fact, I'm going to do a video on fear, because I know that we're getting ready to go through times that are might be a little unnerving, you know, but he did not give us the spirit of fear. And he said, fear not, because he's with us. And I believe that. That's so deep in my spirit. I don't have to fear man. I don't have to fear anything like that. You know, my fear is being distanced from my Father. That's my fear. So I want to make sure that I'm not distanced from him. If he tells me to do something, even if I don't want to do it, which brings me to Diaspora HQ. I'm laughing because when Father told me to start that coalition, I think I put it in one of my videos. I don't know, but my former videos, but I didn't want to do it. I was even talking to some of my friends here in Ghana that I was close to, and I was like, I don't want to do that, because I did not want to deal with all the different personalities. Okay, I really didn't. And I'm like, I'm getting older. I don't feel like even going through that. But Father was on me so tough about doing it until, you know, it was like, okay, I can't be disobedient. If he told me to do it, I got to do it. Okay, Father, you tell me to do it. You're going to equip me to be able to do this. And I have to tell you, I am so pleased with the direction of Diaspora Headquarters until I really can't tell you. We have amazing people that are involved in Diaspora Headquarters, and the different offshoots that are coming from that organization are just wonderful. I'm going to post our website so you can see our website. But we have so many different things that we're doing. We have diasporans from everywhere. You know, some groups are kind of concentrated. We have a Caribbean group, you know, we have an African American group. No, we've got to come together and not be separate. That's the problem. Okay, but I'll talk to you more about that in another video. But anyway, so we are dealing with a lot of trauma. And the trauma that we're dealing with is not, it's not even really our fault completely. It's not. It's the environment that we come from. You know, I was talking to one of the brothers not too long ago, and he was saying that he was just kind of going over what he would go through in the States in terms of at the hands of police or law enforcement. And I have to say, even myself, when I drive here, when I see, you know, law enforcement and the police behind me here, I'll start to feel some kind of way. And it's the residue of coming from the States. Then we also deal with that problem of it's difficult for us to do things together. And a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It happens here too. It happens here too. It's very difficult for us to come together, work together as a unit or as a community to really get things done. It can be very hard. People in their feelings, some people have an agenda where they want to be, you know, out front, they want to be important, they want to be seen, or you know, whatever the case may be. And it makes it difficult for us to come together, but a lot of that is based in trauma. And some of us don't even want to admit that we're dealing with trauma. What I see is diasporans bringing baggage. They're just transferring it from one continent to another. Same stuff. You know, like for instance with DHQ, I will not allow any clickiness. Okay, clicks and this and these are the ones and you not part of. We don't do that. Okay, we don't do that because it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive. So when Father told me that, what I have done is I put together a piece, and I'm going to be working with a very well-known therapist that a lot of you have probably heard of, but when she becomes involved, I really want to put her name out there. She sent me a message saying that she wanted to become involved in what we're doing, and she travels to the continent. And we're dealing with post-traumatic slave syndrome. We really are. We're dealing with that. And for us to be really free, I'm talking about people that are, or that know they're Israelites and people that don't, because Israelites that are coming here are dealing with it too. We need to be free, okay, so we can do what needs to be done so we can move forward together. So we have that piece. It's called Bantu Healing Chat Room. That is that portion of DHQ. You know, we have our security portion of DHQ. So if there's something going on, we need to know if we're being threatened by something or if we need to prepare right away for something. We need to do that. And we're also getting ready to start a Diaspora HQ channel. But it's going to be very different from any other YouTube channel on this continent. Okay, we're doing some creative things that are out of the box, because I'm a think outside of the box or throw the box away type of person. I like to be different. I like to be unique. And we're getting ready to bring some stuff your way that you guys are going to be like, wow. So, and we thank Father for that. We thank Father for the creative team that's working on this. And I mean, we are thinking outside of the box and throwing the box away. So, and I know that there will be other facets of DHQ that we're going to be working on. So I'm really thankful that Father told me to do it. I really am. And now I see him working in Diaspora Headquarters. I see him working because he's truly working. So, and that's where I've been. I've been working on a lot of things with that. Then my business, Welcome to Earth. And so I've been like really busy. That's the reason why I haven't been putting up any videos. So again, please forgive me. And like I said, I've been getting messages saying, when are you gonna, post another video, so yeah, Charma, Shirley, all of you guys. It's one thing that's been really wonderful too, and then I'm gonna probably end the video. It's been wonderful too, is the people that have been reaching out, they've actually come here to live. So these people have really become family. Hey, Dr. Beverly Linford and, Pamela and Brandon and so many more. Okay. Tanya, I just love all you guys. It was good seeing you, Eric, when you came to visit. It was really cool having dinner with you. Elaine, you and your beautiful daughter. It was just really nice. So, I'm looking forward to meeting more of you as you step out of that comfort zone of being in the West and you step out on faith and you let the Ruach lead you, because the Ruach is not going to lead you in the wrong area and not in the wrong direction. So we have to trust. We have to trust. And we have to believe. So I've got another video in my belly, and I'm going to do that one too. But it's so good being back. It really is. And definitely, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share this video with your family and your friends. And I'm just thankful, because we're going to be going through some stuff. I know that I say that sometimes and then I get off into something else, but Father's told me to do it. So, okay. So I'm going to do everything within my power to come to you guys, hopefully every week. Alrighty, guys, you take care. Be blessed, be abundantly blessed, you and your family. And like I said, reach out. Let me know how you're doing. Alrighty. Mwah. Love you. Until the next time. Shalom.